Hello class, this is a video tutorial on trigonometry. In particular, in this video we're going to be looking at the angles of elevation and depression. The first thing we need to learn is that all this is just a way to describe possible scenarios involving trigonometry. The language that we use to describe angles in real-life scenarios, we do it in terms of angles of elevation and depression. So the general way in which we go about solving these problems is we first interpret the following worded scenarios into a basic right-angle triangle, and then we solve it using trigonometry. So let's get straight into it. So the angle of elevation is the angle between the horizontal line of sight and the end point going upwards. And the angle of depression is the angle between the horizontal line of sight and the end point going downwards. Elevation going up and depression going downwards. Here's just a few examples as to what this might look like. So here we have a description. The angle of elevation of point A from point X is 60 degrees. So what this means, well, actually, the best way to interpret this is looking at the word from. Find the word from. From tells you that there is a point X, and since elevation is going up, point A must be above point X. So from point X, here's point X, let's label that. Let's say this is a person standing on the ground. Okay, and from where they're standing, we draw a horizontal line of elevation. Let me get my ruler here. From point X, we draw a horizontal line like so. So let's say this is where they were looking at. So this is where they were looking, and then they elevate their view upwards to 60 degrees. Let's say it's up here. All right, the angle of elevation of point A from point X is 60 degrees. So this here is point A. So this person was looking straight, but then they elevated their view. So now it is looking at point A, like so. And remember, the angle of elevation is between the horizontal line of sight and the end point. So this is where they start. They looked upwards like so, up this way, and that is 60 degrees. And similarly, but using the word depression, from point T, notice how the phrasing of the word might change, but almost always you find this word from. Okay, so from point T, the angle of depression to point Y is 30. Since we know it's the angle of depression to point Y must be below point T. Meaning point T might be up here. That is point T. So from point T up top like that. Let's draw a horizontal line of sight. So a person was standing on the tower of some sort or something like that. They're looking straight ahead, and then the angle of depression to point Y, so they're looking straight ahead and they look down to point Y. Let's say point Y is down over here, and they looked down to point Y. Let's draw a straight line here, like so. And this here must be point Y, and the angle of depression is always in between the horizontal line of sight, so that's the line of sight, and the end point. So they stopped looking down towards y. So it's going down this way. That there is 30 degrees. So angle of elevation is an example. Angle of depression, here's one example. In the next few videos, you're going to be seeing the drawing of these graphs and then using trigonometry to solve them. I'll see you in the next ones. Best of luck!